Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. Okay, guys. So we're back to talk about one, Vicki Gunvalson is filming again for the Real Housewives of Orange County, and I'm a little shocked by that because, well, I'll explain why. And two, do you guys remember that whole situation that happened in Jersey where it was a burglary, there was a baseball bat involved, Caroline Manzo wrote a statement. Yeah, well, the verdict is in. So we're going to break that down too. Before we do, you guys smash the like button, show some love, and
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
okay, guys. First I want to start off with this whole Vicki Gunvalson thing before I get into like the chaotic crap. Vicki Gunvalson coming back to film. Now, we know that I'm pretty sure after she got that Lifetime Achievement Award at BravoCon, I thought at that time that that was going to be something that was like a way for them to say, okay, well, we appreciate you. She's going to be coming back. I was almost positive there was an announcement that was going to come out of that. But then after I talked to a few of the housewives, they said to us, it felt more like a send off. Like it felt like them kind of saying thank you for everything. But we're good. We're not paying you the big bucks anymore. Hmm. This is what's being said. So Vicki Gunvalson is returning to the Real Housewives of Orange County over the Tres Amigas drama. The OG of the OC, Vicki Gunvalson, is returning to OC for season 18 over the ongoing Tres Amigas drama with Shannon Bedore and Tamra Judge. TMZ reported that Vicki Gunvalson recently returned to film for season 18 of the show, and a production source reveals that Vicki was brought back as a guest, not a friend of or a full-time housewife, to film a takedown between her and former BFF Tamra Judge. The OG of the OC reportedly tagged along with Shannon Bedore to a group event to confront Tamra over their fallout. Now, producers hoped the Tres Amigas would hash out their issues and reconcile, but that didn't happen. Instead, the outing turned into an explosive fight between all three of them, and by the end of the night, the Tres Amigas friendship was more fractured than ever. Yeah. Can I just say really quick, Tammy Sue, Judge, you think that you're gonna show up and film this takedown where you're going to go and try to call her out. You're going to back her up against a wall and think that she's not going to flip her shit and just rip into you. That's not happening. That's not happening at all. Like, I wouldn't even assume that she wouldn't flip out, especially she knows she's filming. Anyways, Vicki Gunvalson's return to the OC Housewives may surprise fans because she previously vowed that she would not be back unless she was full time. She said it's all in or nothing. It would have to be on my terms, and that means financially too. And I'm not going to go, back down. I left at a certain number. Either you bring that number back or what's the point? That's what she told Access Hollywood's Housewife Nightcap in October. I don't need them as much as they need me. There has to be a voice of reason and a strong, successful businesswoman that can still have fun. Season 17 wasn't right. It was something, I created, and I'm coming in like a has been old lady, and I'm not going to do that. It was like, why am I not on full time? You want to use me for these things, but production for season 18 commenced in mid-January. And with that, you guys know that it's Heather Dubrow, Shannon Bedore, Tamra Judge, Emily Simpson, Gina Kirschenheiter, and Jennifer Pedranti, all returning for season 18 as full-time cast members. Heather Tuck, who's an OC real estate agent, and Katie Janella are rumored to be joining the cast as new housewives. And Alexis Bellino is rumored to be a friend of the cast. But to be honest, I agree with all about the Real Housewives when they say that they're not shocked that Vicki's filming for season 18, considering everything that's going on with the Tres Amigas, especially because Tamara reportedly cut ties with both of them, ending the whole Tres Amigas situation and their little tour that they were doing when she learned that they were bad-mouthing her behind her back. And since then, she's accused Shannon and Vicki of being insanely jealous of her success outside of the Tres Amigas, which nobody likes being told, you're jealous. That's obviously going to make things worse. And it seems like that's exactly what's going on here. But wait, this drama continues. Now let's take it over to Jersey for 2 seconds. So, do you guys remember the charges against Dina's ex-husband? Yeah, well, apparently a federal judge has dropped the charges against Tommy Manzo, the ex-husband of Dina, who used to be on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, due to a violation of the Speedy Trial Act. The U.S. District Judge, Susan Wigginton, dismissed a 3-count indictment against Thomas Manzo, co-owner of the brownstone in Patterson, without prejudice. This means that the federal government can re-prosecute Tommy, but to do so, they would need to obtain a new indictment. So the judge agreed with the argument by Manzo's lawyer that the federal government failed to begin trial with the time frame set out by the Speedy Trial Act, noting that since a Newark grand jury indicted Manzo in 2020, there were over a dozen motions delaying the trial. Now, the judge also noted the charged offenses are unquestionably serious, but argued that none of the delays suggested bad faith or pattern of neglect by the government, nor does defendant point to any. Instead, defendant's sole and conclusory argument is that the delay was substantial and thus inherently with prejudice, they said with prejudice and also prejudicial. This court is not persuaded. While the delay was certainly substantial, defendant expressly requested it. He asked the government to hold off on prosecuting this action until he resolved his criminal case in state court. Back in September of 2023, it was widely reported that Tommy waived his right to a speedy trial and was seeking a plea deal concerning the 2015 attack on his ex-wife's new husband, David. In 2020, Tommy was indicted on federal charges concerning the 2015 attack on David. Tommy allegedly hired mobster John Perna, to track down David and leave him with a permanent facial scar. This alleged plot occurred after Dina began dating David following her 2012 split from Tommy. The 55-year-old allegedly offered Perna a discount on his wedding reception at the brownstone in exchange for the attack on David. The brownstone is the Manzo family's catering hall located in Patterson, New Jersey, and Perna and an associate tracked down David and attacked him outside of a county strip mall on July 18th of 2015. Both Tommy and Perna were arrested in connection with the attack in 2020. Later that year, Perna pleaded guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Per court documents, he was released from prison last month. Now, Dina's ex-husband was also arrested May 11th of 2021 and was charged with robbery, burglary, aggravated assault, criminal restraint, and stalking. Jesus. The younger Manzo brother was allegedly involved in the 2017 home invasion that left the Real Housewives of New Jersey, OG, and her new husband bound, beaten, and robbed. In May of 2017, Dina and Dave, who were living in California, returned to New Jersey to attend the first Holy Communion of Adriana Giudice, the youngest daughter of Teresa. And after the event, they returned to their home where 2 people were waiting for them. And per the records, one of the men, who was identified as an Italian guy with a New Jersey accent, allegedly told the couple, "This is what happens when you fuck with people from Patterson." So Dina and Dave were tied up, assaulted with a baseball bat, robbed of $500 and Dina's new engagement ring. And per the New York Post, a hearing in that case is scheduled for April 29th, according to the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office. Oh, God. This is just never ending. I want to hear what your thoughts are. So can he get retried again for it? Or would it have to be a totally new indictment, meaning he would have to do a new crime? And if I were her, I would be terrified if this man was out. Like, not only 2015 wasn't good enough trying to slice the guy's face open, but then 2017, you're like, let's bound, beat, and gag you, and what? Okay. Pop off in the comments. Let us know what you think, especially about the Vicki Gunvalson and the Jersey drama. I'm curious. Love you guys.